Greetings and felicitations, folks. Welcome to the pre-show for the Intrepid radio program, where for the next 3 minutes, I'll do my best to entertain you while we are waiting on the stream and going live on the radio station. And of course, we're simulcasting over in YouTube, where most of you are gathering right now. So hopefully it'll be a good show. A little thicker show tonight on the paranormal than what you might be used to. So we'll see how this all flies with everybody tonight. Uncle Dave, good to see you, brother. Steph Cuervo Queen is en route home. Keeps getting sidetracked. I know what that's like. Hey, Michael, Viking Off-Roading, good to see you, brother. And I know Field Guy was in here much earlier. So, Field Guy got sidetracked also. What'd you get sidetracked with? I got sidetracked just not doing anything. I'm home all alone this weekend, so I'm not going to let anything sidetrack me more than normal. No, that's not right. Not more than normal. I'm not going to let anything sidetrack me. I'm just going to have a mellow weekend. So I miss my wife and kids, but at the same time, guess what? My wife and kids are gone for the weekend. So it'll be a quieter weekend, a quieter, gentler weekend. And no bickering kids, no. God, that sounds like I'm bitter about it. I'm not. It's just nice. There's Kitty Cat, meow, says Steph. That must be not directed at me, but Scotch, swords, and cigars. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd like to take these swords down off the wall and do a little routine. Do a couple of routines this weekend. Wouldn't that be nice? Elvis, tapping the like button so I don't break my finger. All right. We got any electricians out there? I need to talk about my Nordic track. For some reason, it's not turning on, and I want to get that thing fixed. So I get a little light for the Bluetooth, and that's it. The thing won't come on. The computer on it won't start. Blah, blah. Now we got to go dark because we're going to go live. So everybody sit tight. We'll be right back.
Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent talk.
Happy Friday evening, one and all. Greetings and felicitations. I hope you had a good week. I'm Scotty Roberts, your host of the Intrepid radio program, broadcasting live on Subspace Radio, Subspace Odyssey Radio. You can go find us at odysseyradio.com, subspace.radio, and I think we're at subspaceodyssey.com. I'm not sure on that one. I got to double check that. So welcome to the program. If you're listening to the audio only and you want to chat with the chat room and you're able to, come on over to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Scotty Roberts. It's my channel. You can come on over, join the fellow Intrepids in the live chat going on right now. And greetings to everyone who's here. Hey, Kat, I didn't see you earlier, so I didn't say hi. All of those of you who are filtering in to the live chat, there's a ton of you outside the live chat. Come on in, introduce yourselves. And by the way, one of the rules of calling into this show, I don't take calls during the 1 hour of the radio show, just for technical issues. There's something still screwy with all my sound goes dead when we take callers, and we can't figure any other way to fix that other than getting a second computer screen in here, which I may just have to do. That aside, we take calls during the Captain's Cabin, the after show, right directly afterwards, you can sit in the YouTube chat room, and we just go smoothly into that darker part of the night. And but if you want to chat and I don't know you, I don't recognize you, I won't pick up your call. So go introduce yourself in the chat room. Let my moderators who are over there take a look at you, vet you a little bit, and then we'll let you come on. Kat says, I have no idea how to fix your Nordic track. Unfortunately, I only have a bike, and I just go to my local bike shop and cry when it breaks. There you go. That works. Women's tears accomplish a lot. So I no longer have a bike. Mine disappeared somewhere along the way, which is too bad. So Pearl Jones says, my favorite topic tonight, the paranormal. Fridays are paranormal days, ghost days, as we like to say. And tonight it's going to be a little heavier, a little thicker kind of a topic tonight. And it's something that could feasibly, and we certainly won't get through all the material I have in one show. We may be able to stretch this out over other shows. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll see how it works out. And yeah, we'll just see what happens with it. We'll take it as far as we can go. We'll discuss as much as we can discuss. So keep your ears open during this show. And if you want to add something to it, feel free to come into the chat room and maybe talk to us during the captain's cabin. The captain's cabin. So let me get into this. I've entitled this the paranormal sociology. It's that whole politics of truth versus politics of experience, all of those things. And I want to look at this paranormal stuff from a sociological standpoint. Now, topics such as flying saucers, psychic powers, or what do they call them now? Unidentified UPIs, unidentified whatever, not UFOs anymore. So flying saucers, ghosts, these have all become really popular in the media and in pop culture and with the general public for a very long time, in recent decades, we could say. And what I want to do is try to approach this from a sociological examination of all the controversies that surround paranormal topics. Now, we can, if we made this a series, I could trace this all into these controversies from the medieval church's crusades against the occult and the Enlightenment intellectuals, condemnation of pseudoscience, and to the disputes that collectively constitute this contemporary paranormal debate that goes on out there. And you've probably, if you're into this at all, it is probably going to be something that you recognize a lot of what I'm talking about. So kind of a major aim of what I'm doing here with this is to provide a sociological account of the process that underlines this debate. And it would be through some detailed examination of the participants in this debate in general, not specific people necessarily. So I'm going to look at the issues, the strategies, underlying factors that constitute the politics of disputes over the paranormal. And it's inextricably bound, I believe, to wider discursive formations that underline Western thinking generally. And these discursive formations constitute the truth, quote unquote, that define the knowledge of ourselves and of the reality that we experience and the values that guide us. I think we're going to hit on some of the participants involved in such disputes and how they serve as vehicles for the expression and the proliferation of these wider discourses from both sides, and how the debate is, as whole, it functions in terms of process of wider socio-cultural continuity and change. And my whole intention with this, in thinking about it, and why it is such a big topic, I think, is because, well, number one, all of us have an opinion on the paranormal, one way or the other. We either agree with it or we disagree with it. We find it truthful or we're very skeptical of it. And we've seen the arguments for both sides of these things. And we've got to look at why certain phenomena, and those who study these things come to be viewed as, in some circles, deviant. And I'm not going to take any attempt to kind of to persuade you to accept one version, skepticism versus experience and so on, over the other. That would serve as an agent of the discourses that define this ideological positioning of the paranormal debate. And what this is all ultimately about is a hope to assist in nullifying the destructive politics of truth that continually thwart a healthy debate on the matter. You can say the politics of truth. What do I mean by that? I'll be getting into that. The politics of truth that thwart any kind of meaningful debate on this particular matter. It's the same thing you see in governmental politics or country politics. The debate becomes black and white, my side, your side, from whatever side you're on. And there's very little meaningful debate in the middle or attempts to understand. The achievement of trying to nullify the effects of the truth versus the experience, or the science versus the experience, however you want to look at it, is, and any form of negative form of politics, is no easy matter at all. And so this thing is going to be something that could take us to a lot of different places, starting tonight. Hey, Tara, nice to see you here. A Rat Rex, new member. Glad to have you as a member. Nice to see you here, too. So, I'm going to start with a little account of a guy named Kurt Sutherly. He is a well-known UFOer. He's spoken at conferences. He's done a lot of research. He said this. It was on a winter night, and I and a friend, who we were both 15 years old, were lugging some crates of wild rabbits, jackrabbits, out of the town in which I was born. We released them, and we started to walk back the couple of miles to the town. And by this time, the snow was very dense. It was very heavy. It was almost a blizzard condition. It was very cold. And out of this heavy veil of snow came two red lights drifting toward us. They just passed right overhead and disappeared into the snowfall going north. And we stood there stunned. We watched, and there was not a sound, absolutely not a sound. These lights were very low, maybe no more than 50 to 100 feet above us. And it was no aircraft. No pilot would have been able to fly that low in those kinds of conditions. Now, this story was relayed to somebody who was interviewing him, and they were at a UFO convention. And this gentleman, Kurt Sutherly, who wrote this, is somebody who, by all outward appearances, would be somebody who was an intelligent person, a genuine nature about him. He wasn't someone whose word you would normally take lightly, those kind of people. And he was a person within that field worth noting. But strange lights flying low and silently overhead, the first thing you have to do, if you're skeptical at all, and I think even believers in things need to be skeptical. You need to put things to the test. And I know even there's a biblical passage that says this. It says, try the spirits, or put them to the test, put them on trial. Try the spirits to make sure they are of God. That's what the Bible says about spirits and interacting. It doesn't say don't pursue them, that they don't exist or anything like that. It says try them, put them to the test. So you always want to be skeptical about things in the paranormal field, whether it's UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, whatever we might want to look at. So the question has to be asked. Strange lights flying low and silently overhead. Could have been a low-flying glider. You want to say no because of the weather conditions. Could it have been a plane whose engines could not be heard through the blizzard? Maybe. Perhaps it was a new ultra-secret stealth military aircraft. Perhaps Kurt Sutherland didn't experience anything at all and was simply making the story up. Perhaps it was all a hallucination or a misperception. Or maybe is what most people at conferences, UFO conferences, ghost conferences, whatever, would have one believe. A spaceship from another planet or an apparition from another dimension. And from all the stories that I've experienced over the years and heard from paranormal enthusiasts all over, the same fundamental question keeps emerging. Do strange phenomena abound that have thus far eluded the mainstream intellectuals, scientists, authorities who tend to define what is possible and real in our universe? Now, is just because somebody's a scientist or an authority or an intellectual, does that mean they've got it all figured out? No. I've always stated that sometimes there are veils we just cannot pierce by our modern science. But you have to ask. There are still same fundamental questions that abound. Is it a question that people sometimes ask when they hear about my research and the books I've written, the things I talk about, and on the paranormal scene or the cryptid scene or things like that? It's a question, in fact, that I've often asked myself, having been raised to be open-minded, raised to be not necessarily spiritual in a religion, but open-minded to God. And of course, I chose my own path, as many of you know, on that. And that path has altered over the years. But I always grew up with an avid interest in these things. And it went from, somebody asked me once, how did you get into the paranormal field or writing the kinds of books you do? I said, well, it really all started when I was a kid, terrified of the dark, terrified to be outside at night, unless there were porch lights on. Or as I've mentioned the story, when I was a paper boy and I had to get up early in the morning, I'd run with my hands over my eyes from street lamp to street lamp to go the 6 to 8 blocks up to the paper shack to get my papers and haul them to deliver. By then, it was usually light outside. And which kind of leads me into another story that's right on this topic, like this Southerly story about seeing the two lights through the snow. My friend Doug, who I have recently found passed away. We weren't friends over the years as adults. We encountered each other a couple of times, but he was a big kid and big, strong kid, too big for his age, built like a gorilla. And we were in the 5th and 6th grade together. And we both had paper routes. And we would go on the Sunday mornings to the paper shack to get the papers. And we'd always walk together, which alleviated my fear of the dark. And we had these big metal yellow carts, 2-wheel carts that you could attach to the back of your bicycle, or you could just walk with them with the big handle. And because the Sunday papers, where the daily paper was this thick, the Sunday paper was this thick with all the inserts. And when you got, 55 people on your paper route, that filled a cart. So Doug and I were walking, and the sun was barely starting to come up. And we sat under a streetlight in our paper carts, both of us laying down on top of each of our paper carts, just looking at the sky like this and talking and spending some time before we had to go our ways on our routes. And we got to talking about God, of all things, in the 5th grade. And neither of us were churched people, but I remember us, as we're talking about God and is God real? What do we believe about God? And so on. We saw a cat walk across the street, under the streetlight, across the street. And Doug said to me, why, that cat could be God, and we don't even know it. We have no way of knowing. And we both looked at the cat for a second and thought, maybe that is God. Not that we're equating God to a cat, but God has the power to do anything he wants, right? We were taught he could become anything he wanted to. And so here's 2 5th grade boys sitting on top of their newspapers underneath a street lamp as the sun is rising on an early Sunday morning, talking about God in the form that God would take. Could that cat be God? And so all of this stuff takes on for me the things that were the cradle of my paranormal beliefs, my spiritual beliefs. So we've all got them in one way or another. And so I can't say my parents necessarily raised me that way, or my mom. I only had my mom in the home when I grew up, no dad in the home. But with the exception of a solitary yet intense mystical experience of laying on those papers and looking at a cat and being really immersed in the mysticism of the moment. It was probably just a cat. I don't think it was God. But at the moment, we thought we were immersed in this mystical experience. And I've had several of those in my adult life. Since my 5th grade days all the way up to where I am now. Burgeoning old man. I thought I just heard a kid scream, but it's the cat. Thought it was a kid screaming in the distance. They're all gone. I'm home alone for the weekend. So Rainey's at a scouting event with the 2 older ones, and the little one went with grandma for the weekend. So there you go. So I have to confess that my cautious disposition, which has been ingrained in me from more as I became an adult, years of academic study, years of personal research, years of asking questions, doubting. As Richard Feynman said, for me, to doubt is the way it is. He says, there's no real answers anywhere. And I'd rather, as Feynman said, I would rather die not knowing than die and find out I believed the wrong thing all along. So there's choices we make in that. But that's all left me undecided about certain things. I have experienced the paranormal. I believe I have experienced God. I've certainly experienced my own version of spirituality. But the other things are things that have always led to me questioning what I believe, questioning what is real. Is my mind making that up? Or do I have such a vivid imagination that I can imagine seeing a ghost, an apparition? I had a good friend of mine who's a dyed-in-the-wool skeptic. I've mentioned it before. When we saw a spirit and communicated, we got a bunch of EVPs of this spirit as we saw it physically. He said, oh, it was late at night and you really needed to find a ghost. So you found one. And I asked him, do you, knowing me as many years as you have, believe that I am susceptible to that kind of self-tomfoolery? That I need to see a ghost so bad that I'll make that shit up in my mind? He says, well, admittedly, no, you don't seem to be that kind of person. I've never known you to be that way. I said, so accept it. This is what I saw. This is what I experienced. I can't prove it to you. I can just tell you. And all you have to go on, and by the way, folks, when you are a skeptic, many times you don't have the same experience as somebody who might be sharing a story with you. What you do have is the credibility of the individual. If you know the individual, that's pretty easy to gauge. Oh, he's pretty flighty. He makes up a lot of shit. Or he's a solid person. I trust his word. You have to weigh things. You have to weigh the spirits, try the spirits and figure it out. But it's left me undecided. It's left me slightly skeptical of paranormal claims, but not wholly skeptical of them. I've had enough paranormal experiences, like I say to people. I'm a skeptic, but I've been touched, pushed, slapped, had my hair pulled, fingers run through my hair. I've heard voices talk to me. I've recorded voices. I've recorded things in pictures and photographs. That cryptid, whatever it was in Egypt, which I think was a jinn, and many others have thought is a jinn. You've seen those photos when I shared them on this show. All of those things prove to me personally that the supernatural exists, the spiritual exists, the paranormal exists. However, I'm still skeptical because I always want to know, when I hear people's stories, I'm like, yeah, bullshit. That's my initial reaction. Oh, I just had this crazy thing happen to me, and it had to be the ghost of my late great aunt. It's like, oh, tell me more about it, but I'm skeptical until I hear. I'm seeing some accounts going on over there. Anita says, never seen a spirit, but I often feel the presence of past pets and my aunt. I wasn't saying aunt because you said that, by the way, Anita. I was very close to her. Let's see. Kat says, and a piano playing drag queen in a theater. That's interesting. Valerie says, having someone who isn't there run their hand, where it just scrolled up through your hair, is a very eerie feeling. Yeah, it is. We were doing a paranormal investigation in a house, a private home. Some people were downstairs. I went up into the bedroom, one of the bedrooms. I think it was the teenager's bedroom. And I'm laying on their bed, and I've got, of course, like a K2 meter and a recorder going. This is like 15. This is when Rainey and I were first together. And we did this with our friend Lisa. But I'm laying on that bed, and over on the dresser top is an aquarium with a hamster in it. And that hamster starts going absolutely apeshit. Bouncing off the glass. And as it did that, the K2 meter spiked over and over and over and over and over again. And I kind of call out, I said, hey, everybody, I'm getting some wild spikes in here. And a domesticated hamster turning wild himself. And as I said that, I felt this. I felt fingers like that run through my hair. And I went, and somebody just ran their fingers through my hair. It wasn't like pulling my hair in. Somebody ran their fingers through my hair. And you know what? I don't need that shit so bad that I'm going to make it up. I know what I felt. I know the pressure of the touch was there. It was soft. It was gentle. Who was doing that? I have no idea. But now, today, I'm a bit of a social analyst. I'm not a sociologist by profession or by letters behind my name, nor am I an archaeologist or a historian with letters behind my name. I'm an historian because I study history. I am a amateur archaeologist that has worked with real archaeologists, educated ones. Sometimes I find the amateurs know more than some of the people who've studied for 5-6 years in university and post-university. So anyway, I'm a social analyst. I like to look at people. I like to look at society. I like to look at pop culture and analyze it. And I can't pretend to know the answer to the questions of whether the paranormal is real or not. I know my experiences tell me it's real, but I can't prove it, is what I mean by that. I can't prove that. And there's still some things that I see that I go, oh, it's bullshit. I don't think that's real. I find it all intriguing, especially since I've had experiences. People will say, my experience will trump your education any day of the week. My experience will trump your skepticism any day of the week. And I hope I come across as being a level-headed person that can experience certain things and pass it on to you Do I have my opinions about it? Yes. I'm a storyteller. I can color a story as good as anybody else. That's what I do for a living, in part, is write stories. So when I see that black figure emerging from behind the stonework in broad daylight in Egypt at Saqqara and the stepped pyramid and the Hebsed court adjacent to the pyramid, and I capture on film, and not film, I record it in digital, a black figure. You've all seen the picture if you're a listener of this show. And when you see that in one picture, and I didn't see it at the time I was there, I saw it 6 years later in the photo, but I had an experience there that happened at the same time. It's that vision experience I had that I've told you all about before. So when you combine my experience, it's going to trump my skepticism any day, but I still have skepticism. And I think it's good and healthy for us to have that skepticism. I do find the whole paranormal thing intriguing. I find the whole God issue intriguing. By God issue, I mean religion, spirituality. It's all intriguing, though I have certain beliefs and non-beliefs that I adhere to. However, there are so many people who do claim to know the answers with access to little more supportive or countervailing evidence or personal experience than what you or I usually have and the most people have available to them. I would be one of those people that has gained a lot of external supporting, countervailing experience. I've seen, I've touched, I've handled. I'm a pragmatist, folks, by the way, if you hadn't figured that out. I'm fairly pragmatic. If I can't see it, touch it, taste it, feel it, shake hands with it, have a drink with it, a pint or two, it's hard for me to believe in it. It takes my faith has to take over to believe in something. But when I've had the experience, as scant as it may be, you see something. It appears before your eyes. And you look at it and you go, that's a thing. And then it's gone. Your experiences last 2 seconds. Like in the basement of the Mountain Theater, when I turned in the dark to my cameraman, and over his shoulder, there was a man's face looking over his shoulder, kind of like with an expression of like, what you doing? And I go, face, and he turns, and of course, it's gone. But all the EVPs from that 10-minute period of time after I saw the face were, fuck you both. I said, you can talk into this device and tell us who you are. Are you connected with the theater? Were you here in the past? Fuck you, said the voice, just like a fuck you. And then it was another answer, fuck you both. Fuck off. Like that tone of quality to the voice, expression. And at one point I asked the question, would you like to talk to us? Because this equipment can record your voice for posterity for years to come and prove that you're there. And the EVP went, ooh, just like that. I swear to you. And I still got those recordings somewhere. So it was very interesting. But all that to say, my experience will trump my skepticism. What's more is that people tend to differ widely in their views on the paranormal and paranormal types of experiences. And they're often prepared to defend their viewpoints so vigorously against anyone who would disagree. And it's such disputes that I'm getting to the core of here, where I'm heading. They're carried out in various forums throughout Western society, and what I will collectively refer to as the paranormal debate. Ooh, it didn't take a lot of thought process to be able to come up with that descriptor. And those are the things that I want to explore in what might end up being a very long series of very thick, heady types of discussions. One hypothesis that I seriously considered when I first began studying the paranormal debate was that the paranormal itself, the paranormal debate, serves as an open forum for productive discussion. You can't be too dogmatic in either direction. And I gathered that very early on and understood that very early on. It has to be an open forum for productive discussion of fundamental ontological, epistemological, and ideological issues, perhaps resembling what some analysts have labeled a micro-public sphere. You might call it a social bubble. Social analyst L.A. Kaufman wrote this. He said, "There are today tiny to middling public spheres for hobbyists and enthusiasts of all kinds, for believers in this or that creed or this or that cause, small networks of public interaction marked by a level of vibrancy and engagement wholly lacking in the public sphere." He said that back in 1995. So ideally, such discussions in this micro public sphere, or you can call it a social bubble, societal bubble, are carried out in a manner unencumbered by bias restrictions on freedom of speech. They also possess other qualities that are defined by social theorist Jürgen Habermas, model of the ideal speech situation, and such as a bracketing of the disputed issues and the exclusions of all the motives, except that at the cooperative search for truth is what lies in the middle. And so every participant in the paranormal debate would almost certainly see their involvement as conforming to these criteria. Everybody adheres to their own side of their viewpoints. What you need is that open debate. I've seen so many times where somebody posts a picture. What do you think, ghost? And you got your self-appointed, self-important people. Oh, that's fake. Fake. I can prove to you why it's fake. It's fake. You know, the sunlight, the curtain, the this, the that, whatever. Everybody's become an expert on debunking ghosts or debunking photographs or whatever. And each participant in a paranormal debate would almost certainly see their involvement from one side or the other as conforming to these criteria. And they'd have to argue that it is only the agendas and the biases of detractors of their point of view that undermine the positive potential for good debate. And isn't that it? You got detractors out there. When I would talk politics online, I had so many detractors. It was unbelievable. And they tried to, you can get with a bunch of people in your micro public circles, your spheres, your bubbles. Everybody's going to agree with you. They might all have different opinions, but they're all going to pretty much agree with you. But then that guy comes in and says something, oh, it's contrary. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, that's all fake. And everybody kind of gets their hackles up a bit, because it's not approached as having constructive debate, but as you're all a bunch of fools and I know better than you. And I've been in lots of those debates. So as I became more familiar with the paranormal debate, a somewhat different picture emerged. And it was one of a debate that's characterized by intransigency on all sides, the factors that would seem to work against reaching any kind of lasting, indeed even temporary, consensus on the debate. And further, all these characteristics appeared not to be the result of either a hegemonic interest, that is, a desire to preserve a position of power or authority, or ontological differences. And that's the inability to stand alternative points of view due to fundamental differences in the way reality is understood. But rather, the intransigency seems to be the result of discursive factors that were tied to demonized notions of the other. And so within a demonized outlook, opponents are not simply viewed as oh, you're just mistaken, but are typically seen as ontological, moral, or social threats to the proper order of things. Have you run across that before? When I've written some of my books on the Nephilim, the reptilians, the Exodus, used to have somebody out there who was a self-appointed, still is, a self-appointed detractor and debunker of anything anybody has to say. There was a fellow that was constantly, one of his pet projects was tearing down Scott Walter of America Unearthed. And I talked to Scott about his interactions with this person. He says, the guy's just an asshole is what he is. But you can't say that in their forums. If you come to defend yourself, then you're looked at as, oh, you're just defending yourself. If you don't defend yourself, you look at, oh, you obviously have no defense for this. So you're screwed one way or the other. John Ward and I, after we released our book, The Exodus Reality, this particular critic took us to task. And he used everything. He even used ad hominem attacks, not just, oh, I read your book. And many of the, a guy like this didn't even read our whole book. He read segments, skimmed it, and determined that we were, what did he say? Because we wore tweed jackets and fedoras, and one of us was British with an umbrella over his arm, that we were obviously imperialists that sought to diminish the belief systems of all the little brown peoples of the world, quote unquote, as he put it. And I said, what? Was my response to that. And he basically said his job is to demonize us. And because, why? Because we're not just mistaken. He has to set himself up as a watchdog to make sure we're not spreading our brand of, as he called it, our bullshit, deceiving the minds of people who don't study any of this stuff and turning them away from science. And his responsibility in life was to take us down. I said, really? So there was no real debating with that guy. I did talk with him on the phone once after he said some rather damning things. And he was gracious enough to have a conversation with me. And we ended up agreeing to disagree, but he continued on doing what he was doing. That was his bread and butter. His one accusation was, we wrote books just to make money. And I said, well, why do you critique books on your website and take donations and have people pay for your site? Just to make money. I said, either you're writing or I'm writing. And I said, you know what? We're both Americans. We're both capitalists. We both would love to make a living doing what we're doing. And I said, if I write about this stuff, it's because I believe in it, number one. But it would also be nice to get a nice royalty check. You know, that exists. I'm sorry. And so the thing he was criticizing me about was the very thing that he was trying to get for himself on many different levels. So he saw us as a moral and social threat to the proper order of things. And so he had to take us down. As an example, skeptics who question the existence of paranormal phenomena often associate the pro-paranormal position with religious dogmatism or primitive mythical thinking that's fraudulently parading as science. And a threat that tends to be framed in terms of a battle between the forces of reason and the forces of unreason. That's the way we were always characterized. So, hence, from a skeptic's point of view, this issue isn't so much that they are unable to understand the pro-paranormal position, as the incommensurability thesis suggests. But even though this may be true to some extent, the heart of the issue is that the paranormal proponents fulfill the role of the demonized other in the debate. And in this case, that of an irrational, gullible believer who, if there were beliefs spread to others, would ultimately bring about the downfall of rational society. That's what I'm working on, by the way, the downfall of rational reasoned society. And by the way, where he violated this in his own right, I told you all about this on this show before. He criticized an article I had written that was, it was critiquing the movie Noah. I gave my critique of the movie Noah. And I said that, this was, and I talked about the Nephilim in there and so on. And I also talked about how Noah, according to scripture, was somebody who the scripture said was righteous and was pure in all his generations, which was a way of saying he was a pure-blooded, he was a pure-blooded human because of, as I brought out when we talked about the Nephilim, and in my book, I believe in that dual seed in the Garden of Eden story, that it's telling a story of humanity which was divided, pure human coming from straight human blood, and human blood mixed with the blood of, guess what? The Watchers, the Nephilim, the Bene Ha-Elohim, all of that we've talked about ad infinitum on this show. And when I said that Noah was a pure-blooded human, the same critic decried me in public on his site as being somebody who is utterly and thoroughly racist because I'm talking about a superior human being. I said, did you read what I actually wrote there? I said, you do realize I'm not talking about humanity. I'm talking about humanity tainted by the blood of celestial beings. I said, so unless you accept the fact that I say there are celestial beings, you're not going to accept the fact that I say that Noah was of pure human blood. Because it says in the Bible that God called him out because he was righteous and pure in all his generations back to the beginning, Adam. And I said, what he's pure from is celestial blood, extra celestial, or if you will, extraterrestrial blood, not of this earth. And he kind of shut up on that point at that point. But it bothered me that, to some extent, that he was saying that I was racist simply because I mentioned Noah's of pure human blood in the context of not being mixed celestial blood. So there are arguments like that. So there are all this dogmatism, this pro-paranormal position has been lined up with religious dogmatism, primitive mythical thinking. What is it? To believe that there are spirits around us and that the spirits control things, or the gods. Didn't God himself in biblical writ mention, don't believe the other gods ahead of me? Don't have any other God before me. Was he saying they don't exist? He's saying they exist. He's saying, I'm calling you to be a follower of me. And if you want to be a follower of me, you won't put any of them before me. That's the way I read it in the Hebrew. So when you look at that and you say, there's dogmatism, there's mythical thinking. Yeah, I believe in mythical thinking. I believe that there are spirits that can control things. Do you think there are some illnesses or mental illnesses that can be controlled by spiritual beings as opposed to just imbalance of chemicals in the brain? I believe that's a possibility. I haven't proven it. I believe it's a possibility. I don't discount that. So my mythical thinking, are there other gods? Are there gods out there? Yeah, I think there are. So when you look at that, that opens things up pretty wide. But that's a threat to the rational thinker, or those who think they're rational thinkers, because to believe in spirituality and gods, oh my goodness, that's such tomfoolery, and you're so full of bullshit, you'll be told. So it's a threat. Skeptics' point of view, this issue isn't so much that they are unable to understand the pro-paranormal position, as the incommensurability, the cis suggests. even though this might be true to some extent, the heart of the issue is that paranormal proponents fulfill the role of the demonized other. And in this case, that of an irrational, gullible believer who, if their beliefs spread to others, would ultimately bring about the downfall of rational society. So, participants with a apostrophe, then participants, the plural of their commitment to keep the other at bay is reinforced by certain notions about what will happen at the individual level and to the social and or the cosmic order of things as a whole, if cherished ideals are not preserved. For example, from the skeptic perspective, if orthodox logico-scientific ideas do not prevail, society might once again be plagued by the crazed and irrational element that floundered in the early witch hunting days. We'd be burning people at the stake left and right, or dunking them in water until they drown. If they drown, we'll say, oh, she wasn't a witch. So in a similar vein, some UFO proponents perceive a danger to humanity from malevolent aliens if their views do not prevail, or the global catastrophe if the warning of wise benevolent aliens are not heeded. So for some Christian fundamentalists, which is what I came out of, still have tendrils of that to this day. I'm still a believer in certain aspects. I still believe in God. I still believe there is an all-powerful God. I also believe there are sub-gods and a host of spiritual beings. But for some Christian fundamentalists who view the paranormal as satanic, follow me. If people don't strictly follow the Christian path, they're going to aid the forces of darkness. And it's going to lead many down a path to destruction that'll take place in the final days. And such ontological orientations not only lead participants to act kind of against outsiders, regarded as deviant, but also against fellow members who may be seen to stray away from the group's core values and ideals. You're a backslider. Or in the Amish communities, you'll be shunned for not acting within the faith. So, as my research continued to probe all these depths of the paranormal scene, the historical and blended with the paranormal, the spiritual scene, and so on, the debate increasingly appeared to be an arena for constructing difference and engaging in factional conflict, producing a rather negative dialogue in which opponents tended to be dismissed without a fair hearing. We get that a lot in politics today now too, don't we? Get shouted down. Consequently, my original hypothesis that the scene resembled a micro-public sphere for consensus building and fruitful disagreement gave way to a view that more closely resembled what anthropologist David Hess has referred to as an ideological arena, where ideological ideational differences between groups are reinforced rather than overcome. And don't we see this as a problem in society right now in general? When I talked about the devolution of our culture, we are one of the most divided, polarized cultures and societies right now when it comes to politics. But I think that's mostly not because people know they're right, it's because they have to support their particular party or their particular micro social bubble. Can't speak outside of my party lines. So that's why I'm a libertarian, more or less. A libertarian with a small c conservative and a constitutional scholar. Maybe it's a small L libertarian with a large C conservative and a constitutional scholar. Let's see. I was just noticing some of the comments over here. Ever since the dementia in chief, says Grumpy Stack, took over, they got rid of the dislike count and the like count. Doesn't update until a day or so afterward. You talking here on like YouTube? You can still see dislikes in YouTube Studio. I go in every day live. I just had this morning I got an email from YouTube saying, "Hey, congratulations! We've reinstated your video, and it will once again be funded, monetized." And frankly, I didn't even know it had been demonetized and taken down. Something totally different. It was a show I did not long ago talking about the New York Trump indictment, and it hadn't happened yet. And I asked the question, will Trump be indicted? That was the title of the show, and I had a picture of Trump in an orange suit, jail suit, on the graphic, if you remember that. That was just a month ago. They took it down. Their bots took it down. And then they went back in and looked at it again. I must have disputed it. I don't recall disputing that or even knowing that it had been taken down. But apparently, it got reinstated. So, like Doug says, there's that negative polarization is there already. So, Hess also argued that the paranormal arena is intimately connected to the wider society. And it's a view, it's kind of like, look at COVID and look at people on the vax and stuff, the different polarizations. You could almost tell what party somebody was by what they believed about vaccinations. And it's a view that also resonated with the general perspective. I increasingly leaned toward some of that. And it seemed increasingly apparent that the wider issues and concerns were not specific to the paranormal matters at all. And those were driving the pattern of the interaction between participants in the debate. And I hate to say it, radio audience, but we're done here. If you want to join us, you can join the Captain's Cabin over on my YouTube channel. But for now, I want to say to the radio audience, live long and prosper. Everyone else, stick around.
Join us every weeknight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. The Intrepid radio program, a Scotty Roberts Productions broadcast.
And welcome to the captain's cabin, y'all. Good to have you here for the after show. And I got to tell you, I'm seeing some of you talking about Facebook and stuff like that and YouTube. The longest I was ever banned from Facebook was only a week, for as offensive as many people think I am. And I can't even remember what it was over. Somebody said I said something nasty to them or whatever, or somebody complained about it. And of course, without context, I was banned. That's what I don't like. There's not really a they feel that it's okay to censor your free speech, which, by the way, it's a necessity. I don't allow certain things in this chat room. If somebody became abusive in this chat room to another person, you know what? They'd be gone. I'd ban them permanently. So you got to have rules and regulations you can live by. But a place like Facebook and YouTube and all those places, they built their companies on the basis of the individuals building them had the right to express their First Amendment rights, their constitutionally protected rights, I should say. Yet they didn't want to extend that to other people when it came to issues that they had a narrative on. They spent all those years, a decade, building up their platforms, convincing us all that we needed to use their platforms, and they did. Millions to billions of users on these social media sites. Yet as soon as they chose a particular political direction to take, they established a narrative for their platforms, and because their narrative differed from yours or yours differed from them, you could be censored for saying something that they deemed to be misinformation. Now, I always leave the debates open when I say something. I say, debate me, but I'm not going to take your post down or ban you from my page or my site, whatever it may be, because you disagree with me. You can disagree, but you're fine until you start abusing people. They were saying you can't. And you heard this in some of what we were talking tonight about the paranormal. You can't say those things because if you say those things, you're going to wreak havoc and unreason on a society that it could be led by the nose by a ring. And so that's what I see about these social media platforms. We use them because they exist. They've been built. I have to be very careful. I get looked at it with more scrutiny now than I used to because I had disputes over things that somebody reported something I put in a video and didn't like it or deemed it misinformation. And there's only one video out of all the disputes I've had that they would not put back up because it included a short discussion of, I think it was the election real or not, the last election. And it involved a question somebody posed and we talked about it for a couple of minutes, but then moved on to our topic. And I even said, they said, advertisers won't, it's all based on who's going to advertise with them, they say. We've deemed this something that can't be monetized because advertisers won't advertise on this topic. I say, what advertiser are you looking at? Are you only looking at certain advertisers? So anyway, Steve Clark says, anytime Facebook tries to control what I say, I tell them that the First Amendment of the Constitution gives me freedom of speech. Then I tell them to KMAMF, kiss my ass, motherfucker. Is that what that means? I'm good with acronyms some days. And, that's the whole thing, though. They'll still come back and say, so we don't need to, you're violating our rules and regulations, not the Constitution. And so, that's a big debate going on in Congress even right now about that. So, Anita Palmer, wow, Barbie D, as Wendy would say, naughty. What did you say, Barbie? Barbara D. Barbie D. That's true, Scott. I was banned from Facebook for 6 months for a political post on my timeline. And I didn't even put it there. Yeah, that's the thing. That's where I would, it takes you sometimes hours to dig out and try to figure out, who do I write about this? How do I dispute this? And you can dispute those things. And I have made cogent arguments on certain things and said, look, I didn't say that. I didn't put that. Somebody else said that in my show. I said, are you just saying that we can't even entertain as adults opposing ideas? So apparently not. They don't want the public misled unless they're the ones doing the misleading. So, oh, hey, we got Michael in the wings here. Hey, Michael.
Hey, bud. Hey, I finally invested in a ring light. Can you see me better, or is it too bright?
Yeah, you went and got a ring light, huh?
Oh,
We were
yeah.
talking about that this morning.
Yeah. Okay, I'll leave the other one
because he was sitting in the window behind the orange sunset back there. Silhouettes, Michael, in the mornings.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But sometimes when you have your freedom of speech, sometimes you got to kind of sit in the dark. Like I said, it was a good show. If they missed that, or did they miss a doozy? You need to go back and rewatch that one. You can find it on the
Scotty. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, the Scotty Robinson YouTube channel.
Yes.
I'm surprised that thing ain't got 1 billion views by now. If we went,
I'm really surprised I haven't been nailed more. I think it's because I do so many different shows on different topics. They only pick certain episodes,
but I've covered this before, and I said on Morning Coffee one morning. Yeah, I did not wear the uniform. I did not put myself in harm's way for one side of the ideological table.
That's right.
And I think one of the ladies came on Ken's show, and she's like, love Jesus and all this. I was like, hey, if that's what you want to do, wear it out, honey. I said, but if you want to go support single moms $1 at a time while they dance on a pole, wear that out. I said, as long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not trying to push your agenda on nobody.
Yep.
I said, I could care less. I said, I did not do it so this could be, steered left or steered right. America was meant to go right down the middle. Like we was talking about this morning. Would Joe Biden debate Donald Trump? No, they don't want to debate.
Yeah.
They're so hooked up in their own ideology that's all they know. That's all they see. That's all they want.
By the way, Anita, that's exactly what I'm getting. I have hits going back 2 and 3 years. It's like I said, what? And yes, and Michael, you're right. I asked the question this morning on Kenny's show. I said, was it this morning or was it another day? No, I think it was this morning.
No, it was this morning. You said, would they let them debate?
Yeah. I said, do you think whoever the Republican candidate ends up being, probably Trump, it could be DeSantis, whoever that candidate is, do you think that Joe Biden's going to debate him? You think they're going to have the standard 3 debates? No. Joe Biden's people have already said we're not going to allow him to debate. No. I said, I want to go, you're not going to allow him to debate. No. Let me ask the question. Who's the president? Who's the guy that's supposed to be making those decisions? The president. I think that they know he couldn't handle his own in a debate. When you've got him announcing his candidacy for re-election via a videotape constructed like a campaign ad, he didn't even do that in person.
No.
He didn't do that in front of reporters who could ask questions. Why? Why is that happening? Because his own people don't trust him to be able to talk to people.
No.
And if they put him in a debate situation, he would be tanked.
He'd have his ass destroyed quick.
And part of that is you can't wear a headset or an earpiece into a debate. It's not allowed.
Nope.
So you have to go on your own knowledge, your own notes. Do you all think in watching President Biden over the last year, and he's degenerating even quicker, because as you know, dementia is a progressively degenerating disease. So are they going to let him debate? No. Should he have to debate? Should people demand it? Yes. The people that won't, the people that will vote for Biden, I don't think they're voting for Biden. They're voting for the people in power, knowing Biden can't lead his way out of a wet paper bag, but they want the people in place behind him calling the shots.
Obama, what was it? He said, I could lead from anywhere in DC. I don't have to lead at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's
And
right.
if you see any of the videos, they had a gathering. He looked like a lost grandpa that none of the kids wanted to play with.
He did.
Yeah,
He
but
did.
you're talking about being flagged on Facebook. I've had things go back 12 years. I've had memories popped up that was flagged 12
Oh
years.
yeah, I've got things 12 years ago that pop up. I had one this morning, 11 years old. I don't remember what it was now, but I think it was something political.
Oh, Randall Place. She almost slammed my hand in a commercial dishwasher. I was totally peed. Oh, I must have missed that. But that sounded painful.
It sounds like a line from almost a line from an old Woody Allen movie where he said, I once slammed my hand in a dishwasher or in a wash machine. He says it almost ruined my sex life for a week.
But I think when they talk about debating or whatever, called like, last night I was watching John Wayne movie. What was it? McClintock, and she said, "I will not converse with an intoxicated man." He said, "I'm not intoxicated yet."
Yeah,
yet. And but it's like last time I got. Oh, that's what I was telling KB the other day. She talking about Facebook jail. I said, "KB, you are a Facebook felon," because he's on Val's show, and he's like, every time he turned around, they was just booting him off. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Julie. Julie is one of the ladies I played.
Hi, Julesy.
On VR with, I think. Is that you? Is that my poker buddy?
I'm not sure who that is. I don't know if I've met you before, Julesy. If I have and I'm not remembering, it's not dementia. It's just the millions of people I talk to.
I think
seems
it is.
like millions.
I told her that you was on the night.
Probably dozens of people I talk to every day.
But no, it's but like I said, you can Kenny's he's international. Like I said, you got the United States. Well, you're fairly international too. But like I said, that's what I told him. I said, you got to beat this stuff, dude. You're international. You got a fan base. You're Mr. Fabulous.
That's right.
You got to beat this. And
Kenny's got to beat it.
And that's it. But and I've had a conversation with people on the left coast, and they are running from that land like it's plague. Can't afford gas, and stuff like that. And I don't know. She could probably tell you what the price of gas is now out there, but it is insane. You cannot tax the working class to death for some fucked up ideology that comes,
which is exactly what is happening. Biden says that his tax plan won't raise taxes on anybody who earns less than $400,000 a year. Well, that's about as bullshitty as the bullshit gets, because everything that's done to raising the taxes on people who make over $400,000 a year and corporate tax and so on, that all gets passed on to guess where? The middle class.
Yep.
The middle class prices on food, prices on gas, prices on goods and services all go up. And while there's not a direct tax that hikes for the middle class making under $400,000 a year, most of them are going to be paying a huge percentage more in tax due to everything else.
Hey, if they want to see reality, she just posted $6 to $7 a gallon. See if you can bring that up, Scotty.
Yeah,
to run it across.
Who said that?
Jules E.M.
Looking for it.
She's right above Steph, Queen. Oh, it's going back up.
Yeah, Barbie D, Cat, Rebel says Steph, the more the merrier.
Okay, it says it's the one right below Cat. Morgan Snow, welcome, Cat. Then it's Jules E. said that.
Oh, you're back there. Welcome. I found one of the true Rebel. I voted to have Cat join our club. She's.
Let me see.
I don't see it.
It's the one right above. It's the one right above. I vote for Cat to join our club. It's the next one right above that one.
Just read what it says because I'm not finding it.
Oh, it said $6 to $7 per gallon.
Oh, for gas? Yeah.
Oh, now she put on the bottom. It's the one right above Val's now. And
you know why we're doing that? Because this administration supports the Green New Deal in one form or another, and they don't want us to drill our own gas, drill our own oil. And what happens when you shut down domestic oil, which we were oil independent prior to Biden's administration in this country. Then he has to go, he's doing it to improve our green footprint and save the planet. But he's okay with buying the same fuel from foreign countries because they want to make our country all electric cars by 2030 and so on and so on and so on. It's just ridiculousness. That's all got to be hacked to bits, thrown into a tree stumper and buried. So,
you know, he talked shit about the Saudis. Then he went over and kissed the princess ring. And now the Saudis are like, look, we don't need this weak ass guy, you know, looking after us no more. And who they gonna make friends with? The Chinese and the Russians.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, you can say what they want. They said, well, at least they are coherent.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they destroyed the middle class, the world would fall. I think it's impossible to do that. Boy, was I wrong. Yep, it is. You know, and I've told Scotty this before. He reminds me of Nero. You know, he's sitting there, you know, fiddling and whistling while Rome burns around him, and he's fucking this. I can sew and I can bake. For a dirt bike on gravel.
Yeah,
bike.
She's a feral housewife.
Oh,
Cat is. So, let's see. I was going to say something in response to something. I just caught the whiff of it. That's why I'm going to mention it. I told my kids and my wife very early on, we can have a cat on one condition. I never smell it. I said, I do not like the smell of cat litter. I do not like the smell of cat piss. I do not like it when the dog finds that cat niblets in the litter box are tasty treats. And she comes and licks me in the face and I smell cat litter. I said, the moment I smell cat litter with this new cat, the cat is gone. Gone, gone, gone. My house is not a litter box. What am I smelling right now? I had to waft it in here. I just smelled some cat did some kind of miserable something in there's a litter box down here. There's one upstairs. Somebody must have shit a pile and pissed in the one down here. And I'm smelling it. Yeah. And so that's one of my duties when I finish this show is to go over there and have to scoop out the cat box because the kids didn't do their chores.
Hey,
now they're all out of town for the So
I shouldn't say this, but when the wife's away and the kids are gone, as the cats run away from home, there's only one side of the story, Scotty.
Yep.
Hey.
I'm all for letting the cat out. Hey, go ahead, go outside.
Hey,
is your collar? Did your collar get left?
Oh yeah. Say what is it? Say if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
What?
Yeah. I said I have a herd of them.
Oh, a herd of cats?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cat, I sort of crochet. Okay, that's
I learn to crochet better than knitting. Knit. Oh, okay.
What'd you do that's embarrassing, Valerie? Oops, Scotty. Sorry, that was me. Someone. Oh.
Yeah.
No, Val. I can handle the smell of human excrement to a certain degree. It's that acrid, acidic cat piss. I can always tell when somebody's got cats when I go in their house if they don't take care of the litter box and the cats.
Yeah.
And I said, I do not want that smell in my house ever, ever, ever. And I got to sneeze. Thank you. So
that's what I tell them. I'm like, nope. If my cat wasn't a good cat, I've tried to let her out. She got out one night. She come back in. She does not like the bad streets of Benham's. She's like, nope, let me in here. I will do my litter box, and I clean it out, and we have an understanding. Yeah. The litter robot. That's why I was telling somebody, if you have pets in the house, our Robot Select has this thing. It's like $30 a month, and they send you all the parts and the bags and that thing. I run it twice a day, and it keeps all the pets.
My daughter has it. They have a couple of those hairless pharaoh cats. and very cool cats. And they've got one of those automated ones, but they don't even have to touch it. They'll have to load litter into it once every few weeks, and the rest is all done automatically. I stayed at their house once, and I slept on the sofa, and over in the corner, that machine lights up. It's like R2D2. And it doesn't make all those sounds, but you hear go zzz, and it's cleaning the cat box. So,
hey, robots and AI will take over the world. You know, that's what people don't. You know,
Dr. Jackson Offen, MD. Oh, that's Field Guy.
oh, I didn't see that one.
How you doing, Fieldy?
Greetings.
Greetings.
I was thinking of a name that would make sense.
Jackson Offen.
Try again.
Nice.
Try again later.
That's like my Scottish friend, Tug me cock off.
Yeah.
Or patio furniture.
Oh, no. Shoot. How far are you from Fort Pope? I was going to ask you because
Which fort?
Fort Pope.
Pope? I have no idea. Where is Fort Pope?
It's the home of the brown water. That's all I know. I know that was the worst 21 days of my military career was at Fort Pope during WLC.
Were you in Wisconsin?
Oh no! I did that at Fort McCoy.
That was Wisconsin.
Yeah, but
Let's
Fort
see.
Pope is in
Hey Siri, where is Fort Pope?
Louisiana.
It's Louisiana.
Yeah.
I know exactly where that is.
Field Pope Army Air Force in-depth overview. Not telling me where it is. North Carolina, it says.
No, that's
Pope Field is North
Fort
Carolina.
Hood is North Carolina.
Let's try that
Dang.
again.
Fort Hood
South
is
Carolina.
Hey Siri.
in Texas. That's in Texas.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, where is Fort Pope?
Louisiana.
Here's what I found.
Pope Army Air Force
Yes, I got a
in-depth
haircut.
overview. Military installations.
Yeah,
Doesn't say.
Fort Pope. Is it Pope? Yeah.
Here, if I
Pope
click
is
on it,
in,
Let me see.
Fort Pope, North Carolina.
Yeah, it should be Fort Polk. P-O-R-K. Poke, not Poke. Poke.
P-O-R-K. Pork?
no, it's
As in
P-O-L-K.
pig meat?
Yeah,
It's in,
P-O-L-K.
P-O-R-K.
Yeah.
it's in Bargard Parish or the Ritter. Yeah, it's that way.
Hey
Yeah.
Siri, where is Fort Pork?
Here's what I
That's talking about changing the name of all the
Fort
old
Lee
military bases
Historic Park?
because it was named after.
I don't know. I'm not going to look for it.
Fort-
Somebody wants to look for it and announce it in the chat room. That's
Yeah.
great.
I already got it on the thingamajig.
Oh, what is it?
It's in Vernon
Fort-
Parish, which is 10 miles east of Leesville, which is on the other side of the state.
Where is it?
So well.
That's somewhere in
Where is
Doug's
it?
area, give or
Field
take.
Guy? You know?
So lives there. I thought you might be close to it.
That's on the other side of the state.
What the hell?
Oh,
Turn off. There we go.
Oh, we broke the internet again.
couldn't find
No, I thought you might be close to it.
library. You can ask me to play a
Oh, no, that's the other side of the state.
for your music on a different app.
Like,
Hey,
seriously.
You hear all that?
Yeah, AI is
I heard
taking over.
something. I could look it up because Google recognizes my voice.
I could look it up too, but I don't want to.
The one is in the
Wait, I gotta turn this.
My cat Moocher is half Maine Coon.
Maine Coon.
He likes the bestest
Yeah.
cat.
It was
Oh,
picking
he's
up
like the
what you
bestest
said.
cat ever.
Just let's see.
But
Where
that's
is Fort Polk?
Poke. Yeah.
My daughter's one of her hairless Egyptian cats is named Picard.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Where is that? South Louisiana. Okay.
Yeah. I was
The other
going
side of the state.
to see if he was close.
Nah,
No.
no, I'm near. I'm within New Orleans. Yeah, the Fort Polk is 224 miles
Thank
from
you,
New
Anita
Orleans.
Palmer.
So that is
Vernon
Doug,
Parish.
Doug is
Louisiana.
closer to that.
Yeah, it's just this.
Why do we need to know? What's up with Fort Polk?
I was going to see if he was close to it because I knew he was out of Louisiana. I didn't think
Okay.
Louisiana was that big.
It's big.
Pretty big.
It's about 19-hour drive from here.
Yeah, this is more closer to Doug. Looking at this, so
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
I was
like
going to
probably less than 100 miles from where Doug is.
Look at your neat haircut.
Yeah.
Or is it just slicked back?
No, it's
You
a
look
haircut.
like a Civil War colonel or general right now. You get the big bushy beard and the
Took
short
too much
slick
off.
hair. So,
I'm gonna do this with the beard. I'm gonna be like, "Hi, sir.
hi, son.
I
I'm
don't
from
have
the
a beard.
South. Damn.
I challenge you to a duel, sir."
I think we will be able to bring dueling back. I really do.
Dylan who?
Anybody that makes you mad, you say, "Hey, pick your weapon," and just
Oh,
Where's
dueling.
Dueling, yeah.
Your
yes,
damn
sir.
accent. We ought to be able to bring Dylan back.
dueling,
who? Dueling.
dueling.
I understood him
back.
perfectly.
Yeah, it's that northern hearing he has there. He don't.
There it is. It's my
Oh,
northern
yeah.
Yeah, no. Lots of times, my accent does get softer, but when I get sleepy and tired at night, it comes out. The good old boy comes very
Right.
Yeah, he comes out very. Can't hide where I'm from. Don't get the yellow fever now, general field guy. Yeah, you don't want dysentery either.
Oh, I gotta change my name.
No.
Oh, you don't want to go around shitting your pants. Say, good thing I wore my brown
Shit.
pants today.
I made the mistake the first time I was in Honduras many years ago. I made the mistake of my grandfather walked us down the beach, and there was a place called JJ's Chicken Shack. And it was all done on a piece of old driftwood plywood with painted, JJ's Chicken Shack and what he serves up and jerk chicken and stuff like that. So my grandfather says, the food's good here. A little hole in the wall on the beach. So we ordered some of JJ's jerk chicken, and it was hot outside. And so we started drinking the water. So it wasn't bottled water we drank. It was served up in mason jars. A bunch of cool, icy water. Oh, it was nice. We shit for a week after that. So
they
always drink your own water.
Yeah, now that was back in when that happened. It was 1982.
Which is not the same as Morgan's advice. Always drink your own water. That's different. That's different.
Hey, you probably still got tapeworms held over from that.
You all got haints. What? Haints in your house. Is that like duppies?
I want to. Now she sounding southern.
Speaking of bringing back dueling.
Yeah.
In Canada, several years ago, they removed dueling from the law books. It used to be against the law, and it's no longer against the law.
Oh, how about that?
All right, good. We're moving to Canada. Let's go.
Yep.
Trudeau,
I call you out, sir. I call you out now.
Get my glove.
I still like. Was it Val Kilmer or was it Dennis Quaid's portrayal of Doc Holliday? I think it was Dennis Quaid because he said, Georgia is a green and lovely place. I fear I shall never see her again. He says, there was a man there once that has so offended how did he put it? So offended my sensibilities that I swore to take his life, but better judgment overtook me. He was talking about dueling.
Yeah.
I was going to take his life, but better judgment overtook me.
They used to call it, what was it? A pistol duelist. Yeah, that's what they always say. Oh, he's a duelist.
That's a good movie, The Duelist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Great movie.
And was it a Carradine?
Yep.
What was the other one?
David Carradine.
You want to see a good movie? Good sword fight choreography? The Duelist.
Yeah.
That's
Master Hobbs did the choreography for that.
Oh,
Brilliant work. He's by far my favorite when it comes to
Kat
choreography.
says that's how my cousin talked when she was adopted from Kentucky. She wanted us to know the house was haunted. Oh,
Oh.
haunted? Is your house haunted?
Yeah, you can't get much more country in Val. I know where Val resides over there. Ain't not gonna give her there, but it's
You countrified.
she said Southwest Virginia.
Southwest Virginia.
Yeah, fifth Southwest over there. She lives back up one of them hollers over there, right next to the Bolero.
I spent a fair amount of time up in Bethany, West Virginia.
Oh, hey, I tell you what, if you don't have AT&T or Mountain Wireless over there, you do not have any communications once you get off the 4-lane, which is the interstate.
Yeah.
You get off the 4-lane over there, you're back to 10 cans and screaming from hilltop to hilltop. Proud of it. I know you
just
are.
mentioned something I mentioned. I thought, oh, fried chicken would sure taste good. What was mentioned that I responded to that in my brain? Oh, probably Kentucky Fried Chicken. But we don't have one of those here in Somerset. We do have a Quick Trip, though, that has
pretty good fried chicken.
Pretty good fried chicken. Except they now started work on Dave, the little bridge that goes over the Apple River to get into Somerset.
God. Yeah.
They've closed that bridge. So Quick Trip is 3 minutes from here. But now that they've closed the bridge, it's 11 miles to go all the way around and cross on the highway.
It was 3 minutes. But talking about Kentucky and chicken and dueling, years ago, look up Colonel Sanders. We've actually been to his grave, and people lose these little packets of like KFC sauce and stuff on his headstone.
Yep.
He got offended back in the day.
He's probably pissed us off because it ain't the sauce he left.
That's right.
He got pissed off, but the guy he was in business with pulled a pistol and killed him. Colonel Sanders, you know, he was not fucking around with the chicken recipe. The guy offended him.
Wow.
In business dealings. Yeah, look it up. The whole history of Colonel Sanders is.
Well, there's another guy too that was dicking with him and messing up. So back in the day, they did like the signs on the highway.
Yeah.
You know, for miles. You know, so many more miles to finger licking good chicken or whatever they said. All
finger
the way
licking good chicken.
Yeah.
And this rival was going and knocking down all of his signs. So he and somebody that he was working with went out to fix the signs, and they were out there. He just pulled a 12 gauge on him, shot one of them, didn't kill him, but shot one of them, and put another shell in, and everybody else took off. Okay, fucking shoot us over the sign.
Yeah, that's
Bojack. Oh, Steph, do y'all have the what is the Laura's Chick-fil-A? Oh, if you ain't never had
Chick-fil-A, we have up here. So.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is everywhere.
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A.
They're all over now.
They're just not open on Sundays.
Yeah.
No.
Which I love about McDonald's. They'll have a sign up, especially if they're near a Chick-fil-A, sign up that say, "We serve chicken sandwiches on Sunday."
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
Our Chicken Shack. JJ's Chicken Shack. We serve on Sunday.
They serve the dark meat.
And that's the dark meat.
The one here across the street, there's a Raising Cane's from it. So,
Raisin Canes? What are they?
Yeah, haven't you ever had Raising Cane's? It's another chicken place.
Raisin souffle, raisin soup.
The guy
say chicken tenders.
Yeah, it's just chicken fingers basically, and they serve lemonade and tea.
No,
but it's really, really popular.
It is popular. I've had to wait in line there quite a while before.
I as a going concern, I don't like breaded food, deep fried breaded food. Doesn't work for me.
You ever seen the traffic jam we had when we finally got a Popeyes?
Dredged and broasted is the way to go.
See, Popeyes just screams to me of oiliness and fatty cholesterol hiked food. It just doesn't seem right.
So what you're saying is Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying is it screams Louisiana.
It screams of Louisiana. Yeah.
The first ever Popeyes was right down the street from where my dad grew up. It was there until Katrina took it, where Al Copeland founded it. So I was in that building for a long time. Like I've been in that building before when it was around. It's not around anymore. They tore it down after Katrina because the whole parish flooded. but they have a marker on the spot where it was founded in 72, I think it was. So,
well, pie aren't round, cornbread are round. No, pie aren't round. Pie are square. How the hell does that joke? Why does that slip from my mind?
Pie
Cornbread
around,
ain't
cake
round.
off square.
Pie are round. Cornbread is square.
Cake off squared.
Cornbread was the way I heard it.
Oh,
Cake is squared.
every time I think of that, I
Pie is
think
round.
of that movie Life. You gonna eat your cornbread? So you fuck with my cornbread, they're gonna be repercussions and consequences.
Yes, repercussions.
Yeah, repercussions.
Pie aren't squared. Pie are round. That's what it is. Because the mathematical equation, pi are squared.
Yeah.
Pie aren't squared. Pie are round. Cornbread squared. There it is. Boom. Wow. My brain is tired when I can't remember that joke, or I'm turning Joe Biden on you.
We'll put you in a nice home.
We'll be in a nice home
that's what YouTube does.
with buxom nurses.
That's it. I wonder what happened to Phil guy this morning. He just dropped out. Then all the pictures came out, and he never showed back up. We thought it was.
Oh, Field Guy, were you there for the whole show this morning?
Some of it.
That was an interesting morning coffee, to be sure.
No, I mean, I was there.
That was an
there,
interesting
man.
morning coffee to stumble onto at damn near noon.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are they still doing on?
I was
What
in it.
went on?
No,
Well,
it
we didn't
wasn't.
start till 9 o'clock,
No,
and then I had to run the
were
family
making-
somewhere. I didn't
they
get
were
on till 9:15.
making too much noise this morning. They were cutting grass. Somebody was hammering in a roof. I just got off the panel because you would have kept hearing noise in the background.
You know, most of the time I like to talk forever, but even this morning I had a friend that stopped by. We were supposed to go have lunch, and he's like, "Mike, I'm about to die for some tacos. I'm going to pass out on the floor." And we kept trying to end the show, and next thing you know, here come another picture in. It's like, oh, just one more picture.
Wait, where's R2? I heard there was a
Yeah, they were talking
Somebody-
about everything but mowing the grass this morning. so-
Bojangles, the person that's out there.
They were mowing the grass outside. That's why I jumped off the panel.
Mr. Bojangles.
Hey, Valerie said Uncle Dave this morning got spicy. Yeah.
He got what?
spicy. That's what Valerie said. Valerie said Uncle Dave this morning got spicy.
Did you get
Oh.
spicy this morning, Uncle Dave?
I
It's been on
didn't.
Facebook
The,
side.
your show did this morning,
Oh, yeah. The show got a little spicy, folks.
Well,
according to
let's-
Valerie.
I thought we was going to have to go send somebody to revive cousin
I told
Terry.
everybody just
I'm
start.
pretty sure that KB did a spit take on that segment.
You just got to talk over Dave sometimes.
Yeah.
I put in chat, I said, KB approves. He goes, yes, I do approve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, if you weren't there this morning for Morning Coffee with KB,
Watch the replay.
we watched the replay.
As long as it's
Yeah.
still up.
Oh yeah.
Probably is. I don't think it was fairly tame compared to other things I've seen.
Yeah. It was.
But yeah, we at one point I requested. I said, "Hey, if any of you ladies want to send in your pictures in underwear, swimsuits, scantily clad, whatever, we'll put them up." And that's what we did for the next hour on the show. I had so many pictures coming in.
He kept hearing ding, ding, ding.
Ding, yeah.
Then I tried to bring it back a couple times, but no, his already.
And I found a whole bunch more after the show. I thought I missed all of these.
Yeah.
So
Like I said,
Well,
takes a
no,
lot.
it was. I know you missed some of them because people saying, "Oh, I put
I
my
did.
picture there." We were saying, "Scotty, look at the phone. Look at the phone."
Yeah,
But-
I could tell if it was appropriate for YouTube or not by the way Scotty's eyes got.
I just go over on the computer and look. Then I can drag it out. So we ended up with some pretty interesting photographs.
Every once in a while, you see this from Scotty.
Show this morning.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube allows
Oh, my
you to
goodness.
just can't keep
KB
monitoring.
is still smiling. Yep, I guarantee KB's still smiling.
Oh, he
Well,
probably
between
is.
Miss Mindy, Miss Cat, and Miss Steph, yeah, I think we all died a little bit.
We all died a little
And various others, everybody else who was on there.
bit. Yes.
Can't
Like
remember
the
who else.
poor
it
uncle,
was.
poor cousin.
Indeed.
Indeed. Say make it so. Mine
Oh
would
yeah,
take-
Valorous was on there too.
There.
I think.
It's just we'll just put that one up. There's Wendy.
R2.
And that was just a couple of weeks ago. That
Yeah,
was
2 weeks ago. Yep, 2 weeks ago. Yep.
so there you go.
Where's the
I told her on air, I said, not bad for an old broad.
Oh,
And it was a joke, of course.
Yeah.
So,
You going to go through some more of the tame ones here, so Uncle Dave can catch up.
Oh, I
Kat says
can
she
show you
sent
some of the
two
tame ones.
photos.
Let's see.
Yeah, some
And folks, this is as bad as it got. I mean, that's a perfectly decent photo.
I got you on that, Valerie. I can't remember
yeah,
everything.
well, they're all acceptable because they're all. I've seen so many worse things than this.
I
What's going
remember
on with your picture?
Or revealing.
Or is
I
that
don't know
just
what
my
that
phone?
one is.
Oh, hey, Uncle Dave, if you drop your phone, we'll send the paramedics.
That's right.
Yeah. They got to be somebody that's medically trained in your
They're
neighborhood.
so small.
I grew up in a photography studio. I've
Who
seen
knows
so
CPR?
much.
Wait, no, Kat says she knows CPR.
Yeah.
And I'm a costumer, so
I can't tell what I'm looking at.
Oh, you put it
beautiful
up.
women coming into my shop and disrobing all the time for measurements and fittings. It's
What is that?
Oh,
Oh, that's my wife.
oops.
hello.
Let's see. Well,
We saw that one this morning.
you don't see that was on there this morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I was looking for something else here.
She
Let's
just do
see.
thumbnail
There you
every
go.
day. If
I
you
can't
put-
see them. They're
thumbnail,
about that big. The about an
Little
18-inch
tiny little
tall.
thumbnail.
Boobage. Yeah, boobage. Steph.
If that was the thumbnail, you'd
I've got
have
Cat.
500 people
Cat,
in
I'm
here.
going to show you off again. I was not naked. I had shoes on. She said.
Why
Who?
we mentioned shoes?
Cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that chat room. There's Cat.
Yeah, there's Cat.
Field guy approved.
Yeah.
Field guy approved that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did we have in that show this morning?
They were
And
all
what took so much time was I had to convert them all. They'd send me the photos, and I had to convert them to PDFs.
Convert them,
Really
copy them, put them in a file for later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all on my computer.
Yeah, put them in the bank. Put them in the bank.
I got a large file building.
the best thing to do is just instead of converting all that stuff, just screenshot it and boom.
Well, I could. Yeah, I could screenshot.
That's an
it.
easy way.
That's a faster way.
Yeah.
Why is it doing
And you'd
that?
have to make sure no writings on the side or
Yeah.
anything, like names or anything like that. But
Here we go. Let's see.
Only the names have been changed.
See, now this is tame. This is Dave. You've seen this. I love this picture. This is Rainy out at the ranch.
Yep.
So,
See,
That's where I came in today.
oh, when this one was up?
Yep.
I thought that was pretty tame.
Oh, you come in late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you came in late.
I was busy today.
So was me and Scotty.
We were very busy.
Yeah, we was very busy.
Let's see.
Like I said, I'm kind of curious how many views.
it was like 75, I think.
Oh
I
Lord.
can't make out some
75,000,
Yeah.
No,
I think is the last count I saw.
if that would have had a thumbnail of like Rainey or anybody else, you probably would have a lot of people in here.
Oh yeah.
That's Rocky Stucci's sister, Lisa Marie Stucci, sent
Okay.
that one in.
I saw her on, and I knew she was related to Rocky, but I didn't know how.
That's his sister, yeah. Let's see. So, folks, you're getting the benefit of Wendy's Britney Spears photos were glorious. We got that one of her in the black I just showed. Which other one of Wendy did I have? Oh, at the very end, she gave us one.
Yeah. Then they had the one that she said it was taken 20 years ago.
That's what
Which one
started
was
it all.
that?
I think.
The schoolgirl one. That's what started it all. Was Wendy's schoolgirl outfit.
Yep.
And that's how I met her. Let's see.
That doesn't sound good.
Love to thank her.
In her schoolgirl outfit.
Who's from Louisiana,
is-
by the way.
Oh, that's the Rainy post. That was probably the naughtiest one right there. That's Rainy and me 18 years ago.
I could
Yeah,
just put a caption
awesome.
on there. I'm ready for my meal.
Where'd it go?
Olson. Oh, I'm driving down the highway the other
Olson.
day, and there's this big electronic billboard for Olson something or other, but it just says Olson.
Nice.
I laughed so hard, and then
I'll
it flips
bet.
to the next word, and then the next word, and so, but like
Should have stopped and took a picture.
It was
Uncle Dave.
Wendy's fault too, says
I was looking for a naked Olson on the side of the road. I'm like, where?
I got more in here. I got one of Val in here somewhere. I just can't find it. Where
There's-
the heck?
there's-
Oh, here's what started it all. Wendy about 20 years ago. So
Someone's going to have detention for that.
yeah,
Double screw.
that's when we used to just mess around.
Wendy
with it
Robertson
online.
to the
The
principal's
story was,
office.
I saw that picture and I said, "Why? You make me want to go back to school." And she said, "Well, she's British, so she said, well, headmaster." I said, "What?" She goes, she says, "I've been naughty. Do you need to spank me?" Something to that effect. And this is all 20 years ago. And this is back before Rainey. And so, I looked at that and we flirted a bit and stuff like that and had fun with it. And it was all fun online. And so all fun and games till someone loses an eye.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. As we used to say in sword class all the time.
So that's kind of what started the whole thing this morning was that picture talking about that story with Wendy. What is this? This says Steph's tat.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Steph Cuervo Queen. We needed to see her tat in more detail. She sent us that. I honestly didn't believe I'd ever be showing these again. I think it's because I'm critiquing this morning and talking about this morning as opposed to actually doing it.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk some more about this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Wendy.
That's what ended it.
That's what ended it all. That was at the end. I said, so Wendy is rather fetching there.
Tonight.
Hello, darling.
So what else we got? And she sent that to me, by the way. I wasn't just picking up pictures. I would never
No. Yeah, she sent them
show
in.
those pictures without her permission.
No.
So
Everybody sent their photos in today. It was very bizarre. I'm like, well, this doesn't happen every morning over coffee.
Yeah.
If this
Ain't
don't
that the
rate
truth?
up better than caffeine, I don't know. what.
Oh, we saw that.
I'm going to send you a picture of a stack of pancakes I got.
Yeah.
Oh, looky here.
So there you go,
At the
folks.
Waffle
That's what
House is
happened
what
this
I got.
morning on Morning Coffee with KB. It was all fun, and it was all, hey, this is that picture of Wendy when we first met almost 20 years ago. We were flirting online and stuff like that. And so, but now it's, and this is where it is now. And so, oops, I was trying to take that one out of the studio. There you go.
That's the
And then
future.
we might as well end on Wendy. Wendy is glamorous and glorious, and she has these pictures taken so for people to see, not to hide them.
Nope.
To misquote a Bible verse, if you have a light, why hide it under a bushel where no one can see it?
There's what's it said? What did I turn? Oh, we got that a lot this morning. What did I tune into? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What am I watching this morning?
Yeah, it was like,
Yep, that's kind of how my morning went. What
It was-
the hell is
That
that?
is a beautiful tattoo, Steph. Oh man, there's so
Nothing
many
wrong with that tattoo.
entendres. There's so many things I want to say that I can't because it will make me sound pervy and creepy. So I won't say them. It's a glorious tat.
Great use of color.
Hey, Stuart Foley.
yeah.
She gorgeous, says Stuart.
I wonder for
What did I
consolation.
tune in? Oh, that's where you had Stuart said that.
Yeah,
Stuart, that was off of Morning Coffee with KB this morning.
That was the highlight reel. The highlight.
We showed one picture of Wendy in her schoolgirl outfit, mini skirt, and busting open white shirt and a tie, and we got a couple of other pictures that got put up, and then we put out the call. Hey, ladies, don't feel left out. If you want to show your pictures, there's some of Val in here too, but I couldn't find them, Val.
Oh, Val said, make sure to watch Wicked Women.
Oh, Wicked Women, yes, on Sunday. Give us some details on that, Val.
Is it 5 or 6? What time? Oh, at 6
Central time, I think it's 5 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern.
Might be able to watch it by then, yeah.
Easter Central, says Randall. 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Just remember, East is an hour ahead of us.
And somewhere in
So they're
Hawaii.
broadcasting at 6 hours. Well, that's
Yes,
midnight. That's midnight London time. That can't be right.
Oh, Stuart said I should share some of my beautiful wife, Sylvia.
You should, Stuart.
Some are not safe for work.
Two going.
Scotty will make that call. He is the keeper of the gate of the naughty pictures.
I am the keeper of the gates.
Yeah.
I just need more naughty pictures. Ladies, you're not working hard enough here.
Is it?
Wait. Let me appeal to this. Steph, Cat, let's go. Whoever else who didn't donate this morning, come on now.
Yeah. It's not lunchtime anymore, Scotty.
You didn't make it in this morning. There's still time today.
Yeah,
You're in the running for I don't know what.
I'm going to give Scotty my handkerchief if he sneezes.
Oh, Steph, yeah. That handkerchief.
Cat said you should check your
please do. Oh, I feel the sniffle coming on. Steph, can I borrow your handkerchief? That's like Chevy Chase in Fletch.
Yeah.
When the woman comes to the door, the blonde, and she's got the white towel on, got out of the shower, and he goes, I just seem to have run into a water buffalo. Can I borrow your towel?
Steph said you want another one. And Kat
want another one?
She said, and Kat says, check your Facebook messages.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, Lord. Jesus.
Our two.
Oh, this is your 2-2 one.
Oh.
Catherine.
Well, it's a late night show now.
Oh,
Catherine, is that you on the left?
Lay down, Mama.
So very young.
It's not safe for your eyes.
Two of them squeezed into a
hello page.
A big oversized pink tutu.
We'll have to figure this out and do analysis play by play on the picture.
Is it?
Oh, it's just a.
Is anybody else seeing Scott's picture flicker, or is that just me?
That's just
you. My picture flickering?
Okay. It's just yours, not the other guys.
I saw it once, but
just your square.
Maybe the StreamYard glitch.
It's like glitching between you and Michael back and forth in a weird little flicker.
Really?
Yeah.
I've noticed that a little bit, but it's nothing major.
Steph, I'm checking. I don't see any new pictures from you, but I do have the handkerchief picture.
Boom, 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 boom.
Where I asked Steph, I said, "Is that a handkerchief you're wearing?" You always know there's something a little risque there when you go, "Is that a handkerchief you're wearing?" Here it is. Here's Steph's picture.
Looks better on the floor.
That looks like a handkerchief to me.
That is definitely Field Guy approved.
Field Guy approved. So,
the stamp of approval.
So I hope my regular listeners who weren't there this morning aren't offended by any of that. And if you are, see, there it is, Michael. It fits.
Who wore it better?
Well, red is firier.
Yeah.
Just send them if you want.
Yeah.
Would you like me to wear red or black? Yes.
Neither. Sound good.
Steph wants to know if you wanted to send her another pic or not.
What? Yeah, I do, Steph. You can send me a bunch more.
Audio was all garbled, like you were on the far side of Jupiter there.
What was garbled?
The audio was for a bit.
Great.
Really? Steph wore it better? I really put some thought
Steph wore it better, says Randall. Sorry, Michael. Steph wore it better.
Yeah.
So that's what happened this morning. And not to turn off any viewers who
normal morning radio
by the gloriousness of the female body, but and that's as naughty as it got right there.
It was a come as you are morning.
Come as you are.
He said, "Where do I send
Steph's here? She's wearing a hanky."
That would probably be to his Facebook message.
Where do I send pics, Scotty? Send them to my Facebook Messenger, Stuart.
Care of Scotty Roberts Incorporated.
Just go to my Facebook.
All
page.
rights released, and
yes, I don't want to get sued.
You grant future permissions to use.
And it is Friday night at 11 o'clock, so
yeah,
so we're good.
Yeah, 12 o'clock my time. So,
but like I said this morning, not a single picture that we put up is is worse than some of the things I've seen on Instagram and Facebook and so on. I mean,
TikTok.
they're all-
Some of the stuff they put on TikTok is like,
Hi, Paige Rockwell.
Bonjour,
You just
Miss
got the live
White.
notification? Well, that figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been going almost 2 hours.
yes.
So
Oh,
You just
You
run
want
the
10
KB
lines?
morning show all
Yeah.
day long.
you
I'll
want
take whatever you give me.
10
10 lines works.
Oh, 10 lines. What's
10
10
lines are good.
What are 10 lines? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you do it right, you don't get 10
Cat's on the wrong computer for more photos. Cat, that was a glorious photo, by the way.
Yeah, it was
I
not
know it
prepared
wasn't meant to
tonight.
be delicate, and it wasn't meant to be, oh, this is my delicate daisies running through the field picture. That was
there
hot.
you go. Oh, hell.
Chipping.
Steph
Bing.
sent me something. Let's see.
Let's see. And it's, was it not safe for work?
Yeah, that's some tan lines. It's safe. Here, let's do the screenshot issue, like Field Guy said. Then I don't have to well, I still have to convert them. That's the thing. Field Guy, they all have to be PDFs in order
Oh,
to
I didn't know
upload them
that.
Yeah.
on
Then again, I've
StreamYard.
never
Yeah.
put pictures on StreamYards before, so yeah.
Have you ever put up any pictures over there?
No, he just said he hasn't.
Oh,
I haven't.
hasn't.
I haven't even done the share screen thing because I'm afraid I'm gonna hit the wrong button.
What happens when people talk while I'm talking?
I wasn't talking. Field Guy was explaining that
This
he's never
time-
done that before.
This
And
time,
that was followed by you saying, have you ever put up pictures before?
well, I'm concentrating on things here too. You know,
Thank you, Uncle Dave.
I'm not just sitting here whistling Dixie.
No.
Let's see, desktop.
Scotty's good at that.
We'll put it in here. Why is it not going to let me save it?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, because I hit open instead of save.
Hmm.
How about that?
5 minutes is
File.
a threshold.
Save as. And we'll go with a Photoshop PDF. I'm going to go over and save it on the desktop so I know where to find it. Save.
Convert like stuff to this and that, JPEG and PDF, and I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
All right. I'm just converting it in Photoshop. Then I have to load it into my StreamYard, which I took all those pictures out.
There's only one pic of me you'll ever see.
For those that are following such things, tomorrow after I'm done painting, I'll probably do an update on the photos online of what I'm doing with Finland. So,
All right. Finland?
Cat wants me to move.
Finland.
Okay, well, sure, why not?
Give up the goods. Oh, okay. Oh, share the OF link at Phil Guy 316.
Not
Okay.
feel that. No.
I told him I was going to start
Share
our
the
own.
OF link.
People pay me to put
Field
my,
Guy 316. Here we go. Here's Steph. Oh, that's the other one. How did I get that in there? That was one from this morning.
Yes, it was.
Thank you, Steph Cuervo Queen.
All hail. All hail the queen.
This will be the last one. I'm not going to do too many of these. Unless I get a whole bunch of really
Yeah.
cool ones.
Folks,
This is the last one unless I get a bunch more.
Hello.
you got 2
Let's
minutes.
see.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Where to go? Boom. Boom.
Well, Cat, if you ever
There it is. That's the
reactivate
one
your
she
Twitter,
does.
I'll show you that pic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arr.
Or
Here's Steph. Here's the one Steph just sent me with tan lines. That could almost hurt.
Yeah.
I would think there are certain areas of your body, if you get it sunburned, and then you have to wear panties over it the next day.
I'd just go without.
Yeah.
Screw that.
I always do. So
You take a bath in aloe vera and boom.
there you go.
But not
There it is.
champagne. Champagne burns.
Champagne
Don't-
burns.
That champagne bath thing, that's a myth.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
as you get a certain age, it's always Epsom salts in the morning.
I don't know. All I remember is when Rob Lane, Brent Wold, the late Brent Wold, rest in peace,
Yeah.
And Johnny Peterson and I took 3 Celts and Company down to the Sarasota Highland Games in Sarasota, Florida. And we had our big tent, Washington tent set up. We sold all our goods there, and we were all wearing kilts, and our Renaissance festival doublets and things. And it was so hot there. It was so hot there.
How hot was it?
There you go. It was so hot. You're wearing your kilt, and if you're going regimental, you got nothing on underneath. Oh, we all chafed.
There was a Grand Old Days parade that was just awful.
We got some powder, and this powder we got, we didn't realize it at first. Brent went and got powder.
Oh,
We got medicated powder, which we didn't realize.
Oh,
When you put that powder on, you're like, cooling menthol powder. And so it burned.
But Rainey pointed out to me the best powder to get is monkey
Rocky
butt.
Stucci Media. What did I walk into? He says,
no.
You missed the good stuff.
I got one better than that.
Rocky, how long you been here?
Oh, you missed
We were
out.
just recapping morning coffee this morning.
He was showing pictures of your sister, Rocky. I told him to take them down.
Shut up, Dave. Shut up, Dave.
Oh.
I told him to take him down. I told him don't show those again.
We did icy hot in the guys boxers because
we had a little underwear swimsuit show off this morning of the ladies of Morning Coffee with KB.
calendar to come. Calendar to
That
come.
was funny. That was too funny.
Yeah. Calendars to come.
It wasn't me. I told him not to do it. I swear.
I just smashed my latte. That's all.
He needs some no
Let's
joke.
see. You need some no joke ASOS brand cream. ASOS brand cream. It's what long distance bicycle racers use to prevent chafing. Oh, there you go.
Monkey butt works really good.
By the way, Rocky and anybody arriving for the captain's cabin, this is all. The show's already done. This is just the after show that we do.
This is the after show of the after show, actually.
Stuart Foley sent me something. Stuart, this better not be you in a thong.
The
Hello.
Speedo King.
This is Stuart Foley. Who is this, Stuart? Your wife? Holy moly.
Oh,
I got to find one that's it's our
criteria.
our,
You got to put the criteria.
show. Let's see. What's safe? Rocky, your sister did send me one that had a nipple showing through black sheer lingerie. Holy cats. What the hell is that? When you're... Oh, my God. I cannot put that one up. That's not a nude. It's something very different. Oh, Stuart, that's funny as shit, but I cannot put that up with the caption on it. Oh, folks, I can't even hint at what that is.
Be that good.
Oh hell! Now we hear Scotty's phone going off in the background.
This wasn't going to be a continuation of this morning, but
This is Agent Thomas from the FBI, and
yeah, really.
Here's
Here's Val.
Cabin.
Let's see. Where am I going?
Sure, Paige.
We're here,
Oh,
desktop.
Scotty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when people ask me where are you going, I said probably to hell.
Yeah.
That's
This
okay.
is a show going nowhere. You don't know what you walked into. You walked into a little expose of women in lingerie and underwear. Well, lingerie and underwear are kind of the same thing, aren't they?
which was the topic of Robertson last week.
It was, actually.
What is your fetish and your biggest fantasy?
Show mine, Scotty. Which one, Rocky? Which one do you want me to show? I can show you some pictures of Rocky. We could do the Billy the Kid one. We could do the kilted one. We could do
Somehow
the
I picture him having
merman one.
Having what?
Why?
Having what?
Ashless
Like,
chaps.
Rocky, I do have one. You showed me. Here's Val. Val coming up.
Coming to the main stage.
Oh, Messenger. Okay, let me look at Messenger. There's Val. Let's see what Rocky sent me here. Oh, that was from Rocky. Oh, I thought that was from Stuart. Sorry, Stuart. It came up right at the same time I was looking at yours.
Stuart's over there going, I didn't say anything weird.
Send you any bad pictures?
What are you talking about?
Sorry, Stuart. I thought that was one you sent. This is not. I gotta forward this on to somebody, but I can't show this on the show.
Rocky does that noodling for catfish. He didn't use his hand. He didn't understand how it was supposed to work.
That one.
Scotty, you have a request
I'm gonna
from
forward that on, but
Messenger.
it won't let me. Why?
Pull up the right picture.
I'm gonna send that off to.
Oh shit! It's like
forward.
It's like 5 a.m. where she's at.
Here you go, Michael.
Oh,
You guys tell me if you had the same response to this that I just had. Let's see.
Sure, if it kills me, you'll know. You'll know.
I got Field Guy. If this seems like no nonsense radio, it really is. So.
All right. Oh, ain't nothing come in yet.
I haven't sent anything yet.
I'm gonna say standing by. That's like I tell them about the new chair. Like you should have two settings. Get a helmet, put on the fucking helmet.
Then we got. Let's see. Let me send that to.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I told you.
Oh,
Where are you?
all righty. Yeah.
You got to read the caption that goes with it, though.
Oh, I did. I read.
There you go, Field Guy, and let's go to Uncle Dave. Isn't this good radio? Scintillating radio. Dave.
It's still the same picture. It hasn't changed.
Oh, it turned into Beavis and Butthead.
No.
Who's got a picture dressed as a ghost? That's a sexy picture.
Here it is.
Yeah.
There you go, Dave. Private picture.
Where? What are we talking about?
It's coming into your private messages.
Go to the chat.
I think he's talking about Facebook.
Facebook Messenger.
Oh, I'm on YouTube. And through StreamYard, so
here is
I always have my
Stuart Foley's wife. Do you believe? Bring that up into there, and we will resave it. Save as. Look, I'm doing exactly what I did this morning, and I said I would never do that again after this morning.
But still the same day.
All right, Maury.
It is still the same day.
So we have determined that was a lie.
Here we go.
But on a other discouraging note, did y'all see Springer has
Did what? Did who what?
Jerry Springer passed away.
Oh, he did?
Yesterday.
Yep, this morning.
Yesterday.
How old was he?
79.
Oh, you don't have to be really old to die, I guess. But
he was. I don't know if he was from New Orleans, but he went to school in New Orleans.
Stuart Foley's wife. Uploading, processing, and adding to the stream. Messy hair don't care, it says.
Got that whole librarian thing happening.
Yeah. Hello. And sparkles in her hair. Very nice, Stuart Foley. Tell your wife to give it a hearty, pithy, and perspicacious thumbs up. Oops.
Okay, I don't know what I just seen there.
So, there they are. Tara, a rat Rex. See, we've gone totally off rails here, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
We have completely.
I worry about you seeing this when we get a little prurient, a little creepy.
Wait,
hey,
what
I want you to still love the show.
Yeah.
So.
I was looking at a weird caption on Facebook.
Hello, nurse.
Yeah.
Said Cat. If only. Oh, Scotty, what happened to the paranormal talk? It's tuned into Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's what Tara said. It's turned into Beavis and Butthead. It's the after show, and we were kind of recapping what happened this morning on Morning Coffee, Tara.
During the
And
whole
now it's turned into a little. I told everybody, I told all the women, if you want to send your pictures in bikinis or all of that, because we were talking to Wendy, who I do the Tuesday show with, and how we met the first time almost 20 years ago, and one of those pictures, and we threw that up, and it turned into a little bit of a free-for-all of show mine. So we did that.
Okay.
That's
I got to go.
What do you got, Dave?
I got to go.
Okay.
I got parental responsibilities. See you
ya.
later.
All right. See you,
Have
buddy.
fun, man. What was that? Sure. Wink eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it started.
For show or Afterglow.
Blame Wendy. She
I hope
started it.
all of my other content on this channel and for the last 18 or so years of doing radio counterbalances a day where we showed 10 pictures of women in lingerie.
I
But
believe
women we know, they're all listeners to this show. So
I believe it's the greatest show so far.
Yeah.
I had my
not-
arm twisted. So
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just women. We showed pictures of horses.
oh yeah, I had me and my horse, or
Yeah.
my horse and I.
Yeah.
Well, you got to do it
Me,
the
my
ladies
horse
want.
and I.
Hey,
We had Michael in his camis,
Jeep or something.
sprawling across the hood of his Humvee.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only women pics. So there you go.
Hey, we're equal opportunity offenders.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, we had a guy in camo. Yep. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you winked at the end of that, Tara. I don't know. There's something I Tara, when I saw you there, I thought, I don't want to offend your sensibilities. So I hope I did not. But the paranormal talk, ended at 10 o'clock Central.
Like I said, they always talk about a slippery slope, and if that don't prove it, you can have everything ghost and Facebook jail. Next thing you know, you're down the slippery slope. You hear the 70s porn music come in, and next thing you know, there's
Yeah,
on the phone and
the 70s porn music. Oh boy.
Oh, she said, you cannot offend me.
Oh, that's good. See, because when we were showing some of the pictures, we had to start it with this.
Oh, she's in lingerie.
That is Field Guy's theme music.
Sure, why not? I'll take it as a theme song.
Excuse me. Tara, by the way, loved that picture. I liked it on your Facebook when you were working on R2D2. That was pretty damn cool. So you obviously worked for a prop shop or a something like that. That's pretty neat.
Didn't they have a little guy that
Horses in lingerie. That's Kinky's page.
Wasn't there a little guy that run the R2D2 thing that was like a little person that was in
Yes.
that did all the bells and whistles for R2D2?
Thank you. Good memory.
And that's what I want a full size replica of the Millennium Falcon to live in.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
That's what I'm saying. If it was good enough for Han Solo, it's good enough for Mike. You know what I'm saying?
If I needed a small ship, I would like the Millennium Falcon.
I
Wanted
know.
a bigger ship?
A, B, C, D, E. What are we up to? G now?
Yeah, the Enterprise G. No, they're not up to that. That's a concept.
No.
ship.
That was it. It was
In an episode of Enterprise when they were doing that time travel, that future thing, and they took Archer to like 800 years in the future. They were setting Energized J. Now Enterprise J.
Because there was an H in Picard.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I haven't seen it the whole season of
Monster Mass, Don Post Studios, way back when. They worked with Lucasfilm. I remember the name Don Post Studios now. So, but there's a picture of Tara over on her Facebook where she's up close and she's painting the blue striping on R2D2. It was George Lucas's personal R2D2, if I remember correctly. Don't know if it was a prop that was being touched up from that was in the movie. Maybe Tara, you can clear that up. Was it a prop used in the movie, or was it just one that was made for him especially? But they made monster masks.
You know,
what a cool job. Was that a cool job, or was it just as much drudgery as anything else? I think it gave you the opportunity to be creative. So
didn't the guys off of Mythbusters, didn't they do something with like Star Wars and stuff like that? And that's kind of
he worked at Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah,
Adam Savage.
Yeah, because he still does like a video blog. It's like Savage Rebuilds or something, and
he's got Savage Rebuilds, I think, and then he's got Adam Savage something else.
I think they did a Star Wars episode when Mythbusters was on.
Yeah, trying to break the whole thing where they swung across on the cable and all that, the lightsabers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, they're still coming in, Scotty. I heard.
They're still coming in.
But no, that would be cool. Like I said, I almost bought a damn KitchenAid.
Hello, Stuart.
Until I figured out how much it was, but it's painted up like R2D2, and I thought, that's what every man needs in his man cave house is an R2D2 mixer. This is the droids you're looking for.
These are the droids you're looking for. Oh, I see you got a pug. There's a pug in the background in that one.
Oh, yeah. Hey, oh, okay. Yeah, it's the dog. Yeah, that's it, Phil. Again, just look away. Nothing to see. Oh, he's froze. Oh, nope. He's just sitting real still.
Me? Oh, I was just sitting.
No, Phil guy. He's sitting there going.
Those are amazing, Stuart, but I can't show them.
I got the screen here, and I got Perry Mason right there. So I'm looking up and back.
Perry Mason. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I watch Perry Mason.
Just driving our way.
I watch the old shows at night.
Oh, he said he's got 2 pugs. Weird little dogs.
Michelle, you missed the whole. No, I don't know if you want to get into that one.
Hey, you must watch the replay.
You must watch the replay.
Yeah. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Yeah. No, but the whole industrial light magic and stuff like that, like the movie props and stuff like that, that would be so cool to work on. It really would be. And the way the animatronics has come along now and all this stuff it's just crazy that what they can do.
Oh yeah.
What was that? 3 CPO.
What just popped in here? I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. His phone will be blown up.
Oh.
Now I'm confused about Stuart's picks. And yet
there is
they keep from
Stephanie in fishnet stocking, is fishnet bodysuit. Zowie. Thank you, Steph. Oh, don't show this. Oh, okay, I won't show that.
Wait, I got special permission for that, I think, right?
It was like, oh, okay.
You'll have to ask her, field guy.
Yeah, I was like
we're cool.
My show. I have privilege.
I found one that won't get me jailed. oh, boy, she's been looking for a while.
Scotty's getting all the picks tonight. I am, Stuart.
It has been going this way since 10 o'clock my time this morning. And it's now 12:19, so that's...
You found one that won't get you jailed, Kat? Send it over. More importantly, that won't get me jailed.
It's 11:19 Central Standard Time.
It is 11:19 here.
So technically, it's still today, so we're good.
We're all getting banned, said Steph.
Nah.
Hey, like I said about the re-education camps, we'll be in good company. Hell, at least we'll know each other.
There it is.
I'll be like,
one sexist here.
Before it all disappears.
And I'm just a guy. When it comes down to it, I'm just a guy. Okay? I like naked women. I like women in lingerie. I like women in swimsuits. I like women wrapped up in sheets and American flags. It all works for me. So
Send your toga pictures to Scotty Robertson
Yeah.
via Facebook Messenger.
You just married me off to Wendy. You told me Scotty Robertson. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Now that would be an interesting thing if I had ever married Wendy. She has Robertson as a last name. What if we hyphenated our last name?
That would be
I'd be Scott Robertson or Robertson Roberts. And likewise. That'd be confusing.
Yeah, like I said, this morning. Yeah, I'll talk with you about that later. I know you heard some of that, but yeah,
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company.
That's it.
There it is.
Amen. Like I said, had me so screwed up. I had to go eat tacos. Had to save poor Brian this morning. He was about to fall over from starvation, so we had to go to the taco bar. Yeah.
What did you send me over here? I just got a reminder that I got a show to start at 9:00 tonight.
Yeah.
See how YouTube works?
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Cat, I missed that. This is a nice picture. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to blow it up a bit.
Is she gonna kill me again?
We'll drag that over to Photoshop.
Pacemaker, Phil, guy. Turn up your pacemaker.
Like,
It's up already. It's up on full bore.
Yeah, that's it. Scotty's going to need a lot of happy face stickers for Stuart's photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Kat, if you don't mind, I want to steal that. Go to hell for the climate and hell for the company. I like that.
Files. Save as.
We need to put that on a T-shirt, Scotty.
We could put that on a T-shirt. I think that would be good.
I know, good girl. I told you can't see this bad stuff's going on. I got to sit there and hide the dog's eyes. She's innocent. She's innocent.
Hey, baby.
Look up here. Quit beating your tail. Get up here. Poke your head up. There you go. See?
She look.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Oh yeah. All part. No, she's just trying to look up here. Up here.
No, she's not interested in me.
No, she's just rubbing white hair all over my black shirt.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, she's a good girl. We don't mind. We have static clean, don't we? I know the dryer sheets says for pet hair or something. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl.
This is the one that Catherine just sent me. Cat. She said it was rather tame. There it is. Boom.
Cat has shoes.
There you go.
I never seen a cat wear shoes before, but okay.
I don't see any shoes.
Probably wear everything else.
No. And fake hair.
Fake hair counts as an outfit in my world.
Yeah,
that's fake hair you're wearing there? Interesting.
There's hair there?
Anita Palmer says, seems the guys are a bit sexist, Steph Cuervo Queen. Duh, Anita. We're guys.
Yep. I think we need.
What did Roger Rabbit's wife say? I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
It is what it is. It
We're
is
not
what it
sexist.
is.
We're just drawn that way.
Yeah.
What did
Well,
Randall
thanks for
say?
the warning.
Thanks for the warning, Randall.
Oh no, I got to go back up now.
So there you go. That's all I'm doing tonight.
See what I said this morning? I said, it's not our fault. It's not our fault God made us horny. Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying, you want to blame somebody.
Physiology, folks.
It says, go forth and multiply. Go forth and multiply.
You better be laughing after that statement,
said,
Anita Palmer. Oh, she is.
Bend her
She's
over a tree
laughing.
and do what you do
Laughing
best.
emoji. Ooh la la, says Paige Rockwell. Gorgeous pick cat. So everybody, ladies, all of you who have sent pictures in today, thank you. From morning coffee to tonight, I got to tell you, there will be no repeat of what's happened today with women in lingerie, etc. on the show.
Sophie says no.
So
Hey, but y'all can do it on my live streams when I do it. Hey, feel free.
Open invitation, right, Phil guy? Open invitation.
Why not?
yeah, field guy, you can do that on your page.
I haven't done it before, but yeah.
Oh, Rainey got, speaking of Native American, Rainey got we're part of Ancestry.com, and some of these other sites. She's got 23andMe, I think, or one of those ones like that. And where you send in your DNA sample and they find out who you're all related to. And she got in touch last week with a woman that was the aunt of her father, who she never grew up with, never knew him, and lived in another state. And he passed away a few years ago, and rather young, I think. He was in his 40s or something. Maybe on Robertson, says Steph. Yeah, maybe, Steph. And so she found out that her aunt, wait, what was it? Somebody's parents, her dad's parents were both like full-blooded, not as full-blooded as you can get, maybe 50-50 each, Cree Indian. So I always thought Rainey has that look of having Native American blood in her, but she has also got that creamy porcelain white kind of a complexion. At least when I first met her, that she can tan, but she'll burn before she tans and then goes back to white. So I thought that was interesting to find out. And it's 11:30. We've gone a half hour over our normal boundaries for the night. Well, folks, everybody watching, I hope you had a good time tonight with the first part of the show. Second part of the show was good, and then we degraded a bit to being rather pervy and creepy, and not creepy. We weren't creepy. We're never creepy. We're just guys. Being the man show. And
Girls on trampoline.
but I still hope you enjoyed it. Everybody who gave me a photo to show, thank you. Very cool. We appreciate the fact that you would share those with us. And they must not be offended because they shared them.
If they're not offended, I'm not offended.
From Oklahoma, my mother is Modoc from the Oregon coast, and Highland Scott. I'm a mutt. Wildcat. That's a pretty good Highland Scott. I can see where a lot of them that came over here in centuries past intermingled with a lot of the tribes. So,
like I said,
that's pretty cool.
It's all about impairing.
Thank you for the 3 black hearts, Tara.
And it's all about art. You know what I'm saying? And being tasteful. And that's what I'm
saying.
Thank
you, Barbie D.
Difference between what is it, classy and trashy? It is. And
what is it, classy and trashy?
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between classy and trashy. Everything that should do is classy.
Yep. All classy.
Like I said, I'm not hard to find. They can all line up at my door and kiss my ass. And that's it. Like I said, it's.
Thank you, Paige Rockwell. She says, fun. So fun. Love you guys.
Yep.
So.
My mother
looks like Sitting Bull, says Kat. So did my former mother-in-law. She was Oneida. So, well, Field Guy, thanks for being here. I'm gonna let you go.
Oneida, don't they make French fries?
Oneida, no, they make bakeware, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. All right, Michael, I'm gonna boot you out of here.
Yes, sir.
And that's all. See you later, brother. All right, folks, we are going to call it a night. It's been 2.5 hours, but of course, I'm here alone this weekend. I got nothing better to do, I suppose. Maybe sleep, maybe watch a movie, something like that. Rainey is off with the 2 middle school kids at a scouting event for the weekend, and the little 8-year-old is off with grandma for the weekend. So, well, thanks, Steph. You made this show what it is. Thank you for the pictures. Kat, thank you for the pictures. Anita Palmer, thank you for all your pictures that I couldn't show. I'm kidding. She didn't send me any pictures. Let's see. Everyone needs a little levity. Yes, we do. Thank you very much. And Let's see what else we got. Oh my God, cat. Mother looks like Sitting Bull and all that. Yes. All right, so we're gonna wrap it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sitting for an extra hour and a half after the show was over. That show, I think that topic, I have so much material on that. We're probably going to do more on that topic as the nights drag on. And Kat says, anytime. Morgan says, thanks, Scotty. You all have a wonderful weekend, and you too. All right, for all of you still left here, I want to thank you for being here. What is tomorrow? Saturday? No show tomorrow. So Sunday morning, we'll have our next show. And next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll have to see how things go. We might have some scheduling issues coming up this next week, but we'll find out. And so there it is. That's all I got. I'm done. Live long and prosper.